So I'm sitting here with Suzanne Blowers today. And Suzanne, you're joining us from where?
We live in Montour Falls, New York, near Watkins Glen, Ithaca, in the Lakes area.
Oh, wonderful. It sounds beautiful. Beautiful. I've been to the Finger Lakes, but I haven't been to Ithaca, and I've heard a lot of great things about Ithaca. So thank you for joining us today on Giving Tuesday. I am excited to talk to you today about how you got involved with the Histiocytosis Association.
Well, probably like many others, I received a phone call with pathology reports that indicated I had Langerhans cell histiocytosis. I had never heard of it. Even the nurse practitioner who called had never heard of it. She said I had to look it up. And I began looking online to get some information. Came to the website for the Histiocytosis Association. When I tried to sign up and put in a password, had some troubles. So I sent a help email and including my phone number, and I received a call from Jeff. And it was great because I knew nothing about it. He was very informative and very reassuring. And it's because when you hear of some disease you have and you're looking it up and it says it's a rare form of cancer and all this, you have no idea what you're facing. So I became involved, and I've appreciated so much the information on the website and the support of the organization.
Well, that's great to hear. I'm glad you found support with us. And now I do recall meeting you a few years ago. I had an opportunity to meet you and your family when we hosted a Histio patient and family regional meeting in Philadelphia. And I guess I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on attending a meeting like that, and what the benefit is, or what benefit it had for you.
I found it was invaluable. The speakers were excellent and the information was primarily from pediatric oncologists, but had a lot of information that covered the disease in anybody. And you know, for people who don't know, it's primarily a pediatric disease. And so I'm a real outlier. I'm in my 70s, and it's very unusual for an adult to have it anyway. Only 1 or 2 per million are diagnosed, but it's usually 30s and 40-year-olds. I think the median age is 36. So this was very helpful information. It was accompanied by pictures and so forth. And then also valuable was talking with other people and getting their story, their experience, any kinds of treatments that they might have had. And so all in all, I thought it was very, very informative and valuable. My husband said, wow, he said that would have cost about $1,500 to attend ordinarily. So he appreciated the value of it and the service provided.
Because as you know, we host these regional meetings in person prior to COVID, and we do host them free of charge. It's super important that is something we are able to provide to the Histio community. And again, with COVID-19 and all the obstacles that this has presented us, to be able to bring the families, the patients together, we have found ways to get past that and host virtual meetings. And I believe, have you had an opportunity to attend one of our virtual meetings?
Yes, I've done 2 of them, and I thought they were very valuable, and I thought it was interesting that you had people from all over, even from foreign countries, both the speakers and the participants. So it was very helpful.
Yes, and
I thought, it was different, but I still thought there were advantages to doing it that way because people could not be able to travel or didn't have the time to participate in person, or because of distance or finances or time, were able to participate.
What do you wish people knew about Histio from an adult patient perspective, because you touched on that, primarily we knew a lot more information about the pediatric population. But in recent years, the researchers have been really dedicating some time. So what would you like the Histio community and then the community at large to know about Histio from an adult perspective?
Well, I think that for many adult patients, it's been extremely difficult to find people who know anything about, and there's a range of diseases, of histiocytosis diseases, histiocyte disorders. And so I think that anything that we as patients can do to help educate the provider community is helpful. And I think that just information so that people are aware that these diseases exist. It was in my case several years before I was diagnosed, because it is so rare. It's the old story that the zebras are there, but we usually hear hoofs and we think of horses, not zebras. And so this was the case. It was probably 3 years or so. Mine is skin only, and I've had a lot of trouble getting the right treatment, and I'm now taking an oral chemo, but after a lot of topicals and also radiation therapy. So it's sometimes a very challenging disease or diseases to handle, and require, because it is so rare, there's not a lot of research money available, because not enough people would benefit. Adult patients are different from pediatric patients and sometimes require different treatment. So there's, and I feel like the Histiocytosis Association has been very helpful in helping to get that information out and supporting people who are studying it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. So today is Giving Tuesday, and we're trying to raise $15,000 to support the mission of the Histiocytosis Association, which will allow us to continue to provide resources and programs similar to what we talked about today. So what would your message be to someone that's thinking about donating to the Histiocytosis Association today?
I think that the organization is like a port in the storm for a lot of people who, especially who are hearing these words for the first time when a diagnosis for themselves or a family member comes up, and the information is accurate and can be helpful. And there are people that you can call on because you have a staff to get more information or to help find the providers that might be that might be in the area, because that's a big problem. Information, valid information, and helping to find treatment and providers who have some knowledge.
Well, I will tell you, for me, it's an honor to be on the team at the Histiocytosis Association and to be able to work directly with the Histio community in the way that I get to work with the community. So I will look forward to the day where we can all come together again in person. But until then, I'm also looking forward to being able to continue to provide the virtual experiences for the patients and families to come together, to learn more and to share more. So I want to thank you for being here with us today and for sharing your thoughts and your perspective. It's been amazing. So I wish you good health and stay safe throughout the rest of today's strange times. So thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you very much.